I'm hoping that you can see me now. Hi. And I'm just lighting some copal. Welcome everyone. Akasha here, Nan Akasha. And this is a sacred, well, I have it in an incense stick, but it's made from a tree, and it's a sacred ancient Mayan tree sap that is one of the most powerful. And I've been a lot of places in the world, done ceremony in a lot of places, in Egypt, in the temples, and England, and all over. And this is by far, to me, one of the most powerful cleansing, clearing tools I've ever encountered. It's a very deep black, smoky kind of sense. So as I'm doing this is for you too. So you need to feel it, smell it. And I cleanse and clear my body, my space with this all the time. And it's also protective. So we utilize copal every time we go to the ruins, every time we go to the pyramids, every time we go to the vortexes, the cenote, every time we are connecting deeper with Gaia. And we need this protection. This isn't a fear protection. This is a respect. This is a respect that I don't know every energy out there. I am not ready to encounter and talk to every energy out there. And as I am awakening, as we all are right now, from wherever you are to what's next, I am asking for the protection, the guidance, and the acceptance of the spirits, the earth, the animals, the rocks, the stones, the sanding people, the ancestors, the powerful energies that exist there, and the healing energies and light energies, which of course we go there. So we say, Wayaninen, Mother, I am here. And it's like announcing, I am here, of good heart, open mind. I am here, and I respect that I'm entering this sacred space. What's this sacred space? Right now, it's you and I together here in the spiritual weather report, because there's some seriously big energies going on. And this is going to be an interesting week. We've got abundance and silver linings and optimism and expansion. And we have darkness, clean slates, new energy with the new moon, the expansion because of Jupiter. And then we have a whole bunch of other stuff going on in this space. So what we want to do is to understand that we're walking through some serious energies that could just grab you in any moment and go, ba-ding! Reminds me, energetically reminds me of pinball? Pinball. I guess that's what it's called. Do you remember pinball machines? Big things, and the ball would bounce around in there, and you would push the buttons and hit it and try to get it into certain places, and bing, 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 and it would make a lot of noise. This is what this energy feels like this week to me. So I bring in a lot of different energies for the spiritual weather report, because for me, I want to know as many different aspects of the energy of this week, the spiritual weather, the energetic forecast. That way, I understand when I'm feeling something. I understand when better. I understand going in. I can make plans, goals. I can shift things. I could be like, oh, this looks like a day that I should have more time for myself, or I make sure I get up early and I get my morning ocean swim in. All kinds of different aspects to your life that you can change and choose. One of the most powerful ones is if you get suddenly into a mood, you start feeling angry, or you start being overwhelmed with grief, or you start feeling frustrated. This week, and really about a couple days, right? It's 5. So about midweek through to the next week, there's going to be a lot of pinball, ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding. You think the ball's over here, and suddenly, ba-ding, 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 it's over here, and then it's bouncing off 10 things and starting some kind of a avalanche in different areas. So expect the unexpected, expect things to radically shift, and expect a sense of wanting to take action, wanting to make decisions, wanting to make things happen, getting restless, and be very cautious of that. Be very cautious of that. For me, that energy can really take up. I am a Sagittarius, and so there's the Jupiter energy going on, and it's expansive and it's abundant and it's optimistic, and we can do everything. And I'm just in there. I'm like, yeah. And we've got yet all these other energies, okay? And I'm not going to do a lot of like talking about the particular planets and stuff, but we have this North Node thing, which means your destiny, your soul's path, your soul's choices. And this is enormous for your potential. So all the breakdown we're having, all the upheaval of the old energies we're having, all the intensifying of old pains that you've been having, all the releasing, all the sudden realization of relationships that don't work, these have been for a purpose, to prepare you for right now, and then to prepare you for the Lion's Gate on 8/8, and then to prepare you for the equinox, okay? So every step is like a stop on a journey up a big mountain. The equinox is going to have these certain energies. When we get there, we're going to want to be ready, okay? That's how I want you to think about it. That's why if you're interested in coming to the retreat at the equinox, it is such a exceptional quantum leap in your spiritual, your healing, your soul purpose, every level of your life. And it pushes buttons. It pushes buttons to people to get out of their comfort zone and get on a plane and go to another country and figure out the logistics, which is why we do that with you and for you. And but all of that is part of the opportunity. And then the people and the places and the expansions and the spiritual activations and the food and the other things that happen along the way, you have no way of predicting, because it's a journey, right? And you're coming into the current with other energies, other people, other places we're going. We're in the energies of the equinox, which is why I like to have the retreats, because there's balance between the worlds and all kinds of doors open and stuff. But this is what we're doing. We're going, we're navigating down the river, and the next energy is this new moon energy that's coming to us. What's here? Oh, okay. And it's such a sweet, beautiful, wonderful, abundant new moon. The new moon, often you're in the dark. It's not a bad thing, but just be aware. You don't go making a lot of decisions in a new moon, because it's like, well, there's no moon. There's no inner, obvious, sacred, feminine, silver ray, intuitive energies. You want to just be still. And those intuitive energies go into the womb type of energy of that sacred feminine. And that's the intuitive network that you have. So this coming Saturday, we're starting the Intuition Awakening Camp for this year. And of all of my classes, I've never seen, everybody always has massive breakthroughs and the retreats, everything. But that class last year, which when you join, if you're new, you get the whole course, and you get to come to all the live ones this year. And we practice, we play, we're interactive in the moment. It's an extremely powerful thing. And we align the dates this year with this moment. Okay, so think about this. The new moon is Wednesday, I believe. It's the 28th. Or maybe it's Thursday. And what we're doing is we're moving into it now. So you can take the first few days of this week to prepare. How do you prepare for uncertainty? How do you prepare for, the bottom might fall out, or suddenly something will jump into your life, or something suddenly will leave your life, or suddenly you'll just be like, I can't take this relationship anymore, or suddenly who knows what. And what's happening within us is happening on the world stage. So we're all connected. And this is about our personal destiny and path and the world's, the collective path that we're on. And that includes us and Gaia and every form of life on her, as well as all the other humans. Okay. And so the beauty of this moment is this is an evolutionary quantum leap, when, the portals open and you're not sure, you're going down the slide and and all these doors are opening, and the person behind you might go down that chute, and you might go down this one, and someone else might go down that one. It is so related to your personal path, and it is so related to our collective path. So why is that important? Because everybody's going to be having something strange, weird, unusual, major. It might just be sudden freedom from pain. Okay, it might be something that you have dreamed of and you gave up on, and you've been grieving, and all of a sudden, boom, the grief is gone, and the possibility is there, and your heart bursts open into a space of like, I didn't know that. And you start seeing yourself. So I want to tell you to please visualize, please mentally rehearse whatever word is the most positive to you, okay? Some of these words that we've used for a long time, affirmations, visualizations, of course the word itself is fine, but it's buried in baggage. And I don't want you to get caught up in like, oh, that doesn't work, I tried it, or oh, that's for silly woo-woo people who aren't practical, or that's old and nobody cares anymore, I need some new fancy cosmic word for that. Okay, whatever. The fact of the matter is visualization, using your power of choice to decide what you think about, decide what you see, decide how you feel, notice how you feel when it isn't what you like, and say, where's that? Let's go look for it like you would in a car. If the car stopped working and you were like, clearly there's something wrong, you would go look for it. So you don't just keep pushing the car down the road when obvious things are leaking, disconnected, and old and outdated. But we do that with ourselves. So we're in Leo, fire energy. I've been feeling that building, and I like it because it's positive, creative, but it can also be anger, okay? It can be flying out of you, and as a fire sign, I have that ability to flare up. I have water, and I have air, and I have some earth somewhere, and so I was told early in my understanding days by a very key friend of mine, she said, you have a lot of water in your fire. You're nicer than most fire signs. I didn't understand what she meant at that time. However, I've gotten comfortable with my fire, and now I can appreciate that Leo energy, because the fact of the matter is almost everybody on this planet needs positive personal power. Positive confidence, not confidence, I'm better and I'm going to force it, but, oh, I love myself and I love this about me and I'm going to do what I love. What Chris and I are noticing right now is how powerful the underlying story in so many things that you see right now. You can drop out of the drama, okay? Come out of the story, unplug. You don't need to know it's there if you have to go back to it. He did, she did, they did, blah. What a waste of energy. So let it go on, do, and come down underneath it into the energy. And with the fire energy, you're going to come down with power, right? And you just say, okay? And start to look at what's coming up, where you are. This is the moment. You're you. You came here to be you. You're designed perfectly to be you. How do you know who you are? You've never allowed yourself to be who you are. No one else has allowed you to be who you are. And that's what's been breaking through, and that's what's been breaking down. So however long you can remember, and even before that, even in just this life, that you've been feeling like, this doesn't work for me anymore. I need out of this relationship, or out of this job, or out of this body, or out of this house, or out of this country, or out of this whatever, okay? So the fact that you get an opportunity to get fire energy and get abundant energy, expansive Jupiter energy, yay. These are the positive, empowering energies you have on your side. I want you to remember them and start to visualize. Your visualization is telling you, your mind, your emotional field, your cells, your DNA, your body intelligence is telling every level of you, this being, this vehicle that you're driving along like this, you're telling all of this to yourself. If what you're thinking about is, what if, and what if I can't, and what if I don't, and fear of this, and paying the bills, and not enough, and speaking up to my spouse, and not having the courage to ask for what I want, or starting to get free of my patterns and then get sucked right back in because the exterior world changed to say, oh, okay, don't worry, here, come back into the fold when you were starting to get out. This is a very common pattern right now. Are you starting to feel free? Or have you walked through a lot of these emotions and old patterns that have been pushed to the surface in the first half of this year? Are have you walked through the depths of the emotion and now you're coming up to the sun? And right as we're in this transition and the serious spiritual sun is on our side and we've got some balance and we've got these beautiful energies, we're going to hit the rapids. And what that is energetically is a whole bunch of different cosmic planets, cosmic beings, energies are coming together at interesting aspects. So we do have the sweetness, and we do have the abundance, and we do have the fire and the confidence and the readiness and the willingness. But the Mars energy is going to go, act now, and make you feel more expanded in potentially being frustrated and stuck and restless. I want this to change now, damn it. I'm going to take action today, damn it. Don't do it. I'm seriously telling you, do not do it. And some of you are going to go, okay, but, and then you're going to say, but I told this person that I would tell them by Friday. So call them back and tell them things have happened in your life and you need till next Thursday or Wednesday. The world isn't going to end if you ask for something different. I cannot believe how tight of a rein this has on the world. So we all know we've been conditioned. We all know that we've been bullied and brainwashed and whatever you want to call it. We've all been formulated to be a certain way, to act a certain way, to respect certain types of things, and to not respect our intuition and things like that. Hence the reason you need to come to the Intuition Awakening Camp. Okay? And what you want to do is have the ability to choose outside of the circumstances around you. You want freedom. Well, that's part of the energy we're walking into. So I want you to get that this is really complex. So you're going along and you got your happy vehicle and you're full of abundance and power. And then you get a little Mars energy and it starts to get you on. I want to take action. I want to make a decision. I want things to change right now. That's going to dull your senses to the beautiful Sirius bridge that we're on, the spiritual sun. That's your intuition. Now we have uncertainty from Uranus, and we've got, we even have some love energy, Venus and Black Moon Lilith, this incredible sacred feminine energy coming in. So that is going to support your intuitive. All right. And so the thing is, remember, Jupiter expands whatever you are. So if you're thinking, I can't do my spiritual work because my family thinks I'm weird, or I can't quit my job because of this, and that, or I can't, whatever it is. I could tell you, if it's ready to go, this might be the moment when something pops. When the bottom falls out, the right turn happens. I don't know. It's not bad in the long run. It's just, don't be shocked and be ready. How do you be ready for uncertainty? Well, in our process today, whatever comes through, we're going to be gifted with what we need to walk through this week. So take the first few days to get these energies aligned and realize I can visualize, because that's how I signal, and then I can feel, and then I can imagine, and then I can practice. That's what mental rehearsal is. We have the top successful people in the world developing their intuition, the military and executives, and we've got top people learning their emotional intelligence, right? But this isn't emphasized to the mass population. What is emphasized is run after what you want, work hard. Sorry, oh, everything fell out, now there's a recession, so none for you. That's not truth. A recession is something somebody tells you is happening. You can look for the abundance in any situation. You can find the door. So you can use your visualization in this moment to say, which of these energies, the chaos energy, the uncertain energy, the, oh no, the bottom could fall out at any minute energy, is that what you're going to be tuned into? And when it starts to come and grab you and you feel, oh, are you going to let it just take you off? Or are you going to say, oh, wait a minute, Nan told me about this. I remember this. I'm going to stay in my center and I'm going to visualize myself walking through this week with the abundance and the expansion of Jupiter, and me telling it what I want it to expand, not letting it just run rampant and expand all the fear and the restlessness and stuff that is coming. I can tell you that I have myself on alert, so to speak. I am aware that I can get those energies like, boom, the fire can come up and I'd be like, yes, let's make it happen. Let's do it today. I've been wanting to get this done. It was very difficult for me to learn over many, many years to be in my flow, to listen and be ready to respond the moment something shifts, but not to force it. And I achieved a lot of things and I made a lot of money by do it. And I know it's hard to break that pattern. However, the bigger picture here is you are in a big quantum leap. A door is going to open, or more than one, in your personal path that is going to give you opportunities to get closer to your true destiny, to your soul's blueprint, to the purpose, potential, powers, and talents I always talk about that you have. This is a raising in consciousness or in your state and rate, and it's a freedom from low states of consciousness. So what can you do? You have to get on the ride and say, well, everything I've done up to this moment, and this is the reason you do your spiritual work every day, everything I've done to this moment, I'm ready. If you're learning tennis to go into a tournament, the minute you enter the tournament is not the time to start going, I have to hold my hand this way, I have to remember this. That's the moment you let go and you trust. You say, I've practiced, I've done this, wherever I am is where I am, and I'm going to trust myself. I'm going to be in this moment, and I'm going to respond in flow. Let it come from within me. Trust your intuition. Ask it to speak stronger. Get in touch with Sirius, blue, purple energies. Allow the suns, the fire of Leo, to ask for that energy to bring the fire, okay, to you in the places you're going to most need it. All right? Strength to stay inside your own emotional field. Strength to protect that solar plexus from being grabbed by all the emotion. Get out of the story. You don't know what it really means. Period. That's just the truth. Okay? Okay. Excelente. So let's dive into the slides really quick, and then we're going to jump into our activation. So one of the things that's always, hi Julie, hi Sandra, hi Enza, hi Sylvia. I love all you guys so much. Let's see. A lot of you are in the Intuition Awakening. Let's get everybody in there. This is something where we come together. One of the reasons it was powerful, Julie was in the Light Body School, so she knows for years we came together regularly. It was very powerful. But something about this group in this Intuition Awakening makes people more vulnerable, more open, and there's more love, there's more connecting. Your practice and play sessions, which we're going to do every time, which is what everybody asked about, was, can we do it again? Can we do it again? Can we do it again? Is where you bring yourself into the moment. Everything you've done with me and wherever, everything you've done has come to this peak and this pinnacle moment. And we have these energies going woo-poo. So Saturday, we're going to be in the middle of this energy. We're going to be in the abundant energy. We're going to be in the love energy. We're going to be in the sacred feminine energy. And we're going to be in the new moon energy. And we're going to be in the Mars North Node, which is the collective conscious, the destiny path, right? This is our path of destiny and the uncertainty of Uranus, I believe. So what we're going to do is, let me just shift over here. Oh, screen. Oh, awkwardness that it does. Okay, good. So part of the Intuition Awakening, of course, is that we come together. And again, Julie knows this from the retreats that she's come on with me. It is such a powerful focusing of energy. You go through changes you can't predict, you don't realize will happen. And they're literally life-changing. It's like the wall turns into a door, you walk through it, it closes behind you, and you move forward in your life. So I want us to all take this new moon, this fire energy and this change energy this week, and to take it very seriously. You know, it's kind of weird for me to say that because I'm always telling you, hey, don't take anything so seriously. But I want you to take this seriously because if you realize that where you are right now is a pinnacle moment, and one of the things, and like I said, I gather a lot of information from a lot of places, and then I sit down with it and I start channeling my own energy, my own reading of what's happening. But what's a common theme is that this what you experience and the decisions you make in this next week are going to reverberate through your life for 1, 2, or more years. So that to me is kind of an important moment. So if you join the intuition camp, you can start immediately. And we had an amazing opening ceremony, which is ready for you, where you go in, initiate, cleanse, come into the temple, the intuition temple of 2022, and you get to play some sensory games as well. So nanakasha.com, intuition camp, there's lots of payment plans. Any questions you have, just email us. There's links below, and let's go for this, because this 100th monkey, the more of us that consciously activate, awaken, reconnect, strengthen, and utilize our intuitive skills, half of our being, the faster the earth is going to change, raise to higher states of consciousness, the easier the transformation we're in will be for everyone. And the more you give permission to others without saying a word, that they too can be free of their past. They too can be free of their limits. We've been super limited, and that's why we're struggling through the pain, wading through the goop, this darkness. Okay, but you're here, you're ready, you're in the right place, you've got everything you need, so let's do this. So, big change as we enter the new moon darkness to the sweet, creative, and abundant. Okay, so that heavy emotional, but get out of the fast flow of your life and take stock of where you are and who you're being. This was a sunset. This is actually my neighbor who has this little palapa with the things hanging on it. But the sun is positioned to where if I take a picture through the little fence we have, I get a really nice view. So I love it. It's idyllic. That's where we'll be for the equinox. So this is also marking the opening of the Lion's Gate, which I've talked about before. The Lion's Gate is super awesome, super powerful moment. That's 8-8. And that's why I keep talking about Sirius. The sun and the moon are in Leo, the fire sun energies, okay? Sirius is the spiritual sun. And then we also have the asteroid Isis, the Egyptian goddess Isis, one of the most powerful. She's the equivalent of the divine feminine, okay? She was one of the original divine mothers, okay? And she is the isness. I think Julie said this the other day in something. The I am that I am, the is of the is. So she's the inner eye. She's the winged one, and she's got the throne on her head. This means that she's claimed her powers. She's accepted her spiritual connection, her crown, and she is being free with the wings. This is part of the energy that you have supporting you as well. This is why I'm really strongly encouraging to visualize every day this week of these positive and empowering energies. Take notes of these. These are here. Make sure that you're accessing them when the rapids hit, okay? And the Jupiter abundance expansion energy. So we talked about that. So massive evolution and creativity right now. And we also then have the goddess Sekhmet. Sekhmet is lion-headed woman goddess. That means we're in Leo. A Leo isn't just male energy, although we might think of the king of the jungle. Sekhmet is one of the most powerful energies to work with. She roars, she rips, she will not let you stay small. She will not let you be limited by your energies of the past and your fears. And yet she will never leave your side. She is the strongest thing we've ever seen. One of my dear beloved clients, really in the goddess sanctuary, we do a journey with her, a whole experience with her. And Bast, which is her counterpart as a cat, as a domestic cat, the healer, the purest healer in etheric physical form. So these cat energies are very strong right now, and that's a lion's gate, okay? So these are the feminine aspects of the Lion Leo energy that don't get talked about a lot, that you can tune into. I want you to access every level of divine, sacred, feminine, intuitive energies and powers that you possibly can so that you stay tuned to that, which is why we're starting the course right smack in the middle of this. This Saturday's intuition class is going to be off the hook. And if you can't come live or you can only come part-time, that's fine, because the energies are encoded onto the recording, okay? So they're going to lead us through this chaos into our optimal collective and personal future, okay? Let's get this here. Okay. Now we've got a lot of energies going interesting. Also, remember Jupiter is in retrograde, which to me means it's closer to you. It's come to sit next to you. It's whispering with you. You may be reflecting on places that you haven't let yourself expand, and you're going to get frustrated with yourself because you didn't allow yourself to expand or become abundant or to speak. You might reflect on places where you've denied yourself the abundance, or you're limiting your abundance because you're like, oh, I can't go on that trip, or I can't do this thing, or I can't have that thing until this, and this happens. Why? Who told you that? Get into the spherical consciousness world. Get into the world that everything is here already, and you don't have to wait in a linear line for X, Y, Z to happen before you can get to A, B, or C. It doesn't work that way anymore. So this is going to seem like chaos because we're actually throwing everything into the air and we're saying spherical consciousness. What is spherical consciousness? Well, come into my world, come into my classes. You will learn that very quickly. We activate the Infinity Healing Temple at infinity. You are in it right now. We'll just regenerate that. And we are surrounded by the spherical consciousness of the Flower of Life pattern. Why? Because it holds the grids and the sacred patterns that create all forms of life. So we're inside of a womb of creativity, of evolution, and it seems like chaos because when things break down and they aren't formed yet and you don't know exactly what you're going to be, where you're going to go, what it's going to look like, you have to visualize, but not visualize it needs to look like this. Visualize, I feel free. I feel at peace. I wake up every day and I tune in and I let Isis and Sekhmet guide me through the day. And I let all these loving and expansive energies of positivity and optimism from Jupiter lift me up, right? And you keep that energy with you as you move forward. Now, the sun energy is really powerful with us. This could be raw to you, but either way that you look at it, there's a sun disk on almost everyone's head in the Egyptian pantheon. Isis, Sekhmet, okay, Horus, all levels, they have the sun disk on their head. Why? It represents an awakened crown that has merged with the soul star, which is the next chakra above the 8th chakra where your higher self and your Akashic records are, which we're going to access. We're going to teach you how to read your own Akashic records in the Intuition Awakening class. Okay, this is taking the power of the sun, understanding this is a portal. These are energies filled with information, that this is full of life force. This has everything I need. This feeds me on this planet with the codes from the infinite source energy. And I am ready to permanently put that on my head and receive. So we're in sun energy, new moon in Leo, intense big change energy. Okay, so we told this, the luck and the good fortune. We've got these all things. So I want you to ask yourself some questions now. Are you going to be propelled forward or knocked down by this energy? What are you currently feeling right now? Listen. Here's our solar X, being the guide, center point, bringing the energies to you. The intense energy is a gathering. There's a stellium. There's all kinds of stuff going on of planets. Even Mercury is in the mix at some point, which is the messenger. So what does that mean? Okay, these intensities are going to be the messages coming into chaotic ways maybe. Then you fine-tune your intuition. You stay closer to your center. Then when Mercury goes retrograde or something gets in the way, you stay tuned through your own network. Powerful, right? All right. So will this intense energy or spiritual weather affect your destiny path? I want you to just listen for something to rise up within you. Like, that was a stupid question, or yes, or no, or I don't know, or I just got fear in my belly. I don't care what it is. I want you to listen to it because it's intense energy. You're not going to get by without it, okay? But you don't have to be afraid of it. I want you to know going in, I don't have to be afraid of it because that fear will affect how you experience this. Don't make rash decisions. There are a lot of energies interacting, and this will affect you and others differently. Time to listen to your deepest inner voice, okay? So you're following your own path and not getting called off focus by a Mars impulse to take action. Will your soul blueprint get broken open and accelerated? Yes, by the way, is the correct answer. But there's more information in what you responded with within you than just a yes or a no. What does it mean? This is a very powerful and positive moment, yet we want to go into it consciously. We don't want to just go, I'm jumping off the cliff and I hope I land in a good place. Okay? Don't be that spiritual, oblivious person who's like, oh, I'm powerless, I can't do it. Don't be that person. Will you listen, or are you still forcing your own agenda in your life? It's not really your own, it's an outside agenda. It might look like this. I really feel like I should go visit my mother. She hasn't been well, but I have this and this and this commitment, and it means I would have to cancel on people or change dates for stuff, and I just don't want to do that to people. I want to be perceived as a responsible person. What would it take for you to actually say to somebody, I have to change our plans. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for understanding, but it's very important. And then not validating it, not telling them what it is, and not explaining it because it's none of anybody's business other than to know that it's very important. So if you're forcing something to happen, well, I know, but next time I'll listen. I'm just warning you right now, come to me in a week or two, buy a soul reading, come into the class later, whatever you know, whatever you're avoiding right now to get yourself connected with the fact that you're in a moment of massive opportunity. And it could be, I'm not saying that if you do something with me or you get ready or whatever, that it's not going to be surprising, shocking, painful, or otherwise. However, you will know in the moment and stop the reaction from creating a ripple effect through your health and through your mind and put you into shock. When you're in shock, you can't move forward with the energies around you. So don't let yourself be shocked. Just be open. Be like, okay, I'm going to relax my need to be responsible to everything and everyone. Things change. If you suddenly got COVID and you were told to stay home and you couldn't go out, you would tell people, I can't go out, I have COVID. But you'll only do it because you have an excuse that other people agree with. Are you going to listen and listen? Ooh, that was good. Some things came through. And then implement. So be ready and willing to flow with any sudden change, okay? Now, fire energy, sun energy, it cycles. We have some during the day. It doesn't go away, it doesn't die, it just goes behind the earth. The new moon is like that. The moon's still there, but it's in a state where to us, our relationship with it is it's dark. So dive into the darkness. Draw in the solar energies. You can feel them anywhere because your moment to be free is, these are tools, okay, that are here, that giving you an opportunity. This is the moment where freedom takes flight. I've been talking about freedom on and off for a long time. Actually did an event called Freedom many years ago. However, this year, it's been coming up over and over. There's been these smaller moments in our energy and our spiritual weather that have given us an opportunity to look where we're not free, to see where we're stuck, to go down into the dark parts of us. So you never know, in a new moon, going and being in the dark, you want to be protected. Use your copal, have your obsidian, light your candles, make sure that you're positive and you have beautiful things around you that help you. Call on a jaguar or whatever guide walks with you. I'm wearing my jaguar obsidian necklace right now. Jaguar can see in the dark. All cats can. So can Leo. So can lions, right? So you can see in the dark if you stay tuned to these energies. So ask these energies. Nope. It's supposed to say all these energies can create restlessness, and you will have a new level of desire rising within that says, I need to be free. I spoke this into my phone, okay? Be with it and wait until August 2nd or 3rd before you make any rash decisions. This is a moment of strong power infusion for your soul and blueprint, destiny, life path, all these kinds of parts of you. Yet with all the energies talking over each other, you might lose focus and try to act too fast, okay? And get confused between what your mind has been listening to and this new burst of the inner voice. This is one of those intense spiritual weather moments that will affect everyone slightly differently, especially based on their spiritual progress and state. The reason I'm always giving you ways to see, sense, direct, cleanse, clear, and transform energy is so that you can hear and trust your true inner voice, and you can understand your spiritual purpose. So keep raising your vibration every single day. Activate your every single day, multiple times a day. Clear and cleanse your field, especially if you work with people. If people come into your office or into your healing room or into your classroom and then they leave and other people come in, cleanse and clear yourself before they come. Don't take on their energies. Don't pollute them with your energies. This is basic stuff, okay? And develop your intuitive network for moments like this. So this is destiny quantum leap, or it could be feel like a frustrated struggle. I want to tell you first that no matter what you do, you're going to have a quantum leap in your destiny. It's going to happen in the next week or so. It's going to come to the surface. It's going to reveal itself. It's going to slowly start to take shape in your life over the next month or two. The equinox is going to bring it clearly into view for you because you'll be in balance, but it's going to reverberate into your life for a while. So are you living consciously, present, and aware of yourself and the inner energies that are driving you? This is one of those moments that all of your practice, all of your meditations, all of your courses have been bringing you to. Can you stay present and aware and see if the inner energy driving you is from fear, is from is from... I'm thinking Mars wanting you to action. Is this from your soul or is this from your ego? Is this to please others? Is this to forward your soul? Your soul isn't afraid to go into the unknown. Your soul isn't afraid because it knows what it has. It has everything it needs. Your soul isn't afraid to step out of its comfort zone and into the unknown, and that's what you're doing. Are you living on a habit? Are you on a habitual loop, repeating the same thoughts and patterns? Seriously, take a look. I've been noticing, I've broken this pattern so many times over so many years, but I'm also aware that there's layers and layers to who we are. And I've noticed that when I wake in the middle of the night, and then I call it they, my spirit guides, me, whatever, are keeping me awake for a few hours, there's a reason. If I sit there and start thinking about frustration that I'm not sleeping, or going over my to-do list for tomorrow, or thinking over and over, did I say the right thing with that? These are repetitive thoughts that are not moving my life, my evolution, or taking advantage of the energies in the middle of the night, which are incredibly powerful and sacred. They're a complete waste of my energy, complete waste of time, absolutely. So if you see and feel that, stop. You already know how to play tennis. You already have it within you. I know how to do this. Just write down a note, make a calendar reminder so you can be fully present in the moment. Take this moment seriously and look past your pressure inside of you from other people, to do, to be, to this, to that, and be honest with yourself. Be authentic. But do you know how? This is a word that is often used and people respond to. They're like, yeah, but it's like integrity. Integrity is subjective. There's no one way to be in integrity. You can't be in integrity like me, because then you would be aligned with my purpose. Your integrity is being aligned with your inner purpose, with your inner structure, who you were built to be. It's like telling a pot and a pan to go outside and become a tree, and damn it, why aren't you growing and making me peaches now? It doesn't make any sense. Be authentic doesn't mean being what somebody else wants you to be, and it means being you. So we have Venus, which is the love planet, the feminine divine energy planet, and a lot of that energy. It's our morning star energy. It's our guidance energy. And Black Moon Lilith. Lilith, you may not know or may know that Adam, the guy from the Bible, had a wife before Eve. A lot of people get shocked by that. Don't look at me. It's what's out there. And her name was Lilith. Well, she's very revered in a lot of divine sacred feminine circles because why? Guess what? She stood up and said, I'm not your sidekick. I'm not a part of you. I am fully me. I am my own person, and I don't want to be your sidekick. I want to go out on my own. So Black Moon Lilith is that feminine energy that says, I'm ready to stand in my own power. I don't have to listen to the patriarchy, what I was told, what I was conditioned, to other people, to the structure, to this, to that, on and on and on. I can start to be who I was designed to be. And there's nothing wrong with that, even though that has been condemned throughout time in our society. So Venus and Black Moon Lilith, these beautiful love energies of sacred feminine, and then here, the new moon being the sacred womb, and here Black Moon Lilith, and then we have Isis, and we have Sekhmet. We have a friggin' goddess sanctuary going on here, okay? So I don't know if other people are talking about this, but to me, when I see the energies, we are underlined, we are being held by so much powerful divine feminine energy right now. It's ridiculous. Look at this: Venus, love and goddess, beauty, sexual desire, all fulfillment, creativity, all of this stuff holding you with a powerful feminine saying, stand tall. You create worlds. You must be free. You must think for yourself. Do you know who you are? Do you know how to be authentic? And Isis saying, I am that I am, and I am the is, and the corona on your crown starting to vibrate, the sun starting to come in. Sirius, you need to listen to your divine feminine intuitive powers and make choices within your self-care and within your spiritual growth. You need to listen to your intuition and give it as much respect and weight as the way you have done everything else in your life. You need to develop your intuition, and you need to do it now. You need to stay focused on your heart. This is one of the most important things, is your compass through this and going forward has to be your heart. I have been saying for decades, everything has to be through the heart now. We were separated from our powers. We were separated from our truth, the fall or the fall of Atlantis, or however you perceive it, because we were not in our heart anymore, because the greedy ego that we see running rampant across the world is what took over. So it was like, nope, you can't have access to these higher powers. Y'all are nuts, okay? You guys have left your heart. Guess what? Why are we talking about healing the heart and healing ourselves and self-care? Why is that even a conversation now for a while? Because we have to come back into our heart, and that's what we're doing. So if you stay heart-centered, this growth, whatever left turn, whatever massive opportunity that opens for you that may or may not look like an opportunity at first, if you stay in the trust, if you let this divine feminine say, don't worry about it, sweetie, you can't see it all yet. It's a tiny little seed. It's just fertilized. Now it's growing. We're going to love you. We're going to take care of you. You're going to let Leo light the way. And you're going to let the expansive energies amplify this. Amplify your heart and listen to it closely in the chaos. You can't listen to the chaos. You can't decipher the news. You can't figure out who's telling the truth. You can't listen to the exaggerated energies and the way somebody's telling the story. If you've ever watched a mystery, you know that the secret to telling a good mystery story is how you tell the story, not what the story is. If you tell the story and nobody knows who the killer is, then you're on the edge of your seat. And how they reveal little things about each character makes you prejudiced towards them or pro towards them. And then they switch it on you and you start to see more of the story. Suddenly you realize the person who looked good is actually evil and the person that looked bad was actually set up, and so on and so forth. The story reveals itself. You have to listen to your heart because you do not have the map. You do not see the map. Your higher self has the map. All these other parts of you have the map. If you have clear intuitive connections, you trust and listen to your intuition, then you're going to move forward with way less stress and drama. So get more heart into your into your decisions and actions. Big, lion-hearted, Sekhmet-hearted, enhance your manifesting powers. This is a potential. What if what happens to you is you're going along, you're feeling great, you're like, yeah, I got this isn't going to bother me, and boom, you lose your job. And then suddenly your partner says, I don't know about this relationship, I need a break. And then suddenly you have an argument with your daughter. And then suddenly you start to feel sick to your stomach and you have to go to bed for a week. And then suddenly you have to pay a lot of money because your boiler in your house broke or your car broke down. You got to do it. If you were in the middle of that, I see that energetically as a massive breakdown, opening doors for you to go to an entirely new reality and state of consciousness. Your ego mind, your conditioned self, is going to freak out and say, everything bad is happening. Why is this happening to me? This is terrible. This is horrible. I'm losing it all. Everything I ever wanted. I'm a loser. Whoa, nobody will love me. Boink. This, if you were told right now, whatever's going to change is going to lead you to a higher level of your powers, you're going to be able to manifest. You're going to tune in. You're going to be guided. You're going to feel calm and centered in your heart every day. You're going to be able to easily visualize just the energies that are optimal for you to step into. Even if all you know is you want to be free, you want to be supported, you want to live in the flow, you want to know who you are, you want to be in guidance, that's all you need to know. Let go of the stories and let the abundance of this big week open your heart, expand your inner vision. Don't push harder in your ego agenda. Sit and expand all of your senses. So like I said, the decisions you make this week will have an impact on your life for 1 to 2 years. This is what this was supposed to say, not 12. But hey, maybe 12 was supposed to be there. 1 to 2 years to come. So if you make choices in a rash way, driven by trying to force something, wanting to know your purpose, wanting to make it happen, wanting to please somebody, wanting to finish something, if somebody is actively in a process of change in their life, don't put your agenda in your head ahead of being with them. If that is what is optimal at the time, you're going to have to learn to start dropping your agenda more and more easily. There will be a time when fear will reign because you've never done it before, but I've gotten to the other side. I'm not always there, but I am mostly there, and I can tell you that you will start to see it'll be okay. All right, so no wanting to make it happen, and will most likely be left with decisions that you have to unravel and you won't be happy about them. One of the things that I've found on my spiritual growth path is to discover not to force things, and that's very difficult for me. I'm an action-oriented person. I am a 9 out of 10 on the scale of quick start. If I get an idea, I want to take care of it right now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I like to see things happen and manifest. I'm a fire sign. I can let's just go burst into flames and just make this happen right now. And learning to sit has helped me shape the fabric of my reality to where I'm living on the beach, my lifelong dream. I'm with my soulmate. Or is everything perfect? No. Do we have health issues? Sure. Do we have this and that? Sure. But does it mean that unsettling, intense energies have to come and knock you off of your happiness and then you're left, in the open sea gasping for air? No. Be open to joy, creativity, and freedom. Be open to the love, the divine, and the strong feminine. Support your biggest dreams in the biggest ideas, the biggest ways you can, and get clear on what you wish to put your energy to. That doesn't mean you need to make a plan. Get clear that you're going to support yourself, whatever opens up. So I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in. I want you to hold that energy in your heart and let it cleanse, clear, and expand your heart. Invite in Jupiter, Isis, Sekhmet, Venus, and Black Moon Lilith. Feel the divine, sacred feminine of the moon and the womb surrounding your heart. Take another deep breath in. Let it split, go up through your crown and down to the heart, and draw the sun down onto your head. Thank you, Sekhmet. I'm ready for my sun disk and my crown to connect me to my truth. Take one more deep breath. I enter the sacred space, acknowledge this infinity healing chamber and all of the energies here in this moment as I enter this week of massive destiny guidance. Sink in, let go, relax all of your energies. I am that I am. I'm ready to be the is, the I in action, the I in my body, me connected to me, connected to me. I walk through this week and ask for these divine, sacred, intuitive energies of love, support, power to surround me, to hold me like a soft bed. Sink into it. You feel the love of Venus and the star that guides you, lighting in your heart. You lay on this soft, round bed like feathers or clouds, soft beyond imagining. You open your arms, you let go, you sink in. I am ready and willing and open and receptive to walk through this week with these divine, sacred, loving energies. I let go and I am carried. I let go and receive the love and light from Venus, the strength and power of Black Moon Lilith. I allow Isis to open my inner eye, the Sekhmet to open my throat. I allow my crown to become the throne that I sit on inside of the disk of sun, and I call to the spiritual sun of Sirius to bathe us all, shine bright in this dark new moon. Show us the path back to balance of our spiritual divine powers and gifts. I call on Jupiter, the abundance, optimism, expansion, the powers that I now require. I accept. I listen as you sit by my side. I allow your expansive energies to come into my love, my heart, to assist me in letting go, being present, and to expand my intuitive abilities, expand my sacred feminine side. And I receive, expanding my ability to receive to abundant levels. I now feel supported, loved, enlightened, guided, expanded, and I accept the fire of the sun and Leo and the cat energy to see in the dark, to detach with ease and grace, to receive and enjoy with all of my being. Now I move forward on this path and I feel myself. I sense the energies of Mars rushing to anger, to action, to restlessness. Let's make it happen now. I sense that uncertainty of Uranus. I sense as we move closer and closer these energies, stirring chaos, the breakdown happening. I pull closer and deeper into my love, fire, and light energies. I rise above the chaos and the drama, and I move on my own path of light. I'm ready and willing and open and receptive to the change that is optimal for my soul at this time. I accept that I am guided and loved and protected. Now feel that connection to your inner voice. What do you wish to expand in this moment? What do I wish to be free from? What do I wish to feel free to do, to act on? What do I wish to use my creative forces for? Allow these to rise within you and let this love energy, this expansion energy, this abundant energy, this fire, confidence, creative energy to infuse these. What do I wish to feel called to? Or how do I wish to feel in order to allow myself to hear, sense, and receive what is calling me? What do I wish to feel complete with? Known and unknown. Give it to this expansion love energy. So you can see it or release it, whatever is optimal. And what do you wish to act on? What do you feel afraid to act on? Now begin to relax. Feel yourself ready and willing to walk through this week. Feel the strength that you have tapped into. Feel readiness for this upheaval and this collective destiny shift in this moment of change for us as a collective conscious and the planet and all that live on her. Feel you in your heart. Feel her in her heart. Feel everyone in their heart, that they might see the perceived dramas and breakdowns and surprising events on the world stage and not get pulled in by them. See yourself right now, not getting affected by them, not being distracted by them. As you come back into this moment and into their body, say to yourself, my power is to stay in my own energy. I do not get dragged all over into what ifs or fear. This week of multiple intense energies and perceived chaos and radical change is up for everything and everyone. This is where we are. I accept it. And I remember the abundant optimism of joy, and I align with this energy. I let the tension flow beneath me, and I rise above it, aligned with my intuition, with this divine, loving, sacred feminine energies, with the power of Sekhmet and Isis and the fire and the Leo. These are the energies that are my guides that I listen to. The other energies are false and illusions, and I let them fall to the wayside. I am that I am, Ea Escher Ea. This is the moment, and I am is the person. And so it is. Breathe yourself into your body. Bring your hands together. Connect the two sides. Feel yourself standing in this energy, surrounded in this love. Anchor what we have connected to. Remember it, visualize it, see it, talk to it. And every time the drama tries to pull you, step back into your center and look at it from this place. Be your own authentic self. Namaste. I invite you to join the Intuition Awakening Camp. I hope I will see you. You can get started with all three of these bonuses. The Intuition Amplified and Unified has turned out to be our cleansing and initiation into the temple. We create an etheric energy intuition temple for 2022, full of the unity energies. Everything now is reuniting with yourself, reuniting with your truth, reuniting with your powers. You're going to do awakening to your 360 senses. I got a text the other day from a new student who had just done one evening of the course. And she was like, wow, 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 this is beyond anything I could have imagined. Oh, wow. So this is what I want for you. I want you to connect with you. This is you empowering you. And remember, this is where you go if you're interested in the equinox retreat. This really does require talking to me. You don't have to. On a rare occasion, people click a button and buy. But most people want to talk. And I want to tell you about the new things that we want to clarify, that we will help you book your accommodations aligned to who you are. We will help you know where to fly. We are in Mexico, we're in the Yucatan, but we're in the Merida area, which is the second safest place in all of the Americas after Quebec. So it's safer than everywhere in America, everywhere in Canada except for Quebec. So it is safe to come here. We are going to provide transportation to and from your place, wherever you're staying, every single day. Whether we come to my house or we go to a pyramid, we're going to provide luxury lodgings at the Uxmal Temple, and we're going to be on that site. We're going to treat you, Michelle and Christian, who are up here on this. They're going to be coming. Yori, you haven't met yet. She did our spiritual wedding with Michelle. They're all coming over to spend time with us, to cater us, to do ceremony, cacao ceremony, ancestral ceremony. This is going to be outrageous way, an amazing, loving way. And so talk to me about it so I can help you understand what's involved, because I know that several people are talking about their, are saying, well, I'm trying to figure it out, or I'm trying to look at it. And if you come and talk to me, then we can actually just have a direct conversation about your fears, whether it is an optimal thing for you to do. And the same thing with the intuition class. So, all right. Wow, that was yummy. I'm going to see if we can I'm going to do that again. Take it seriously. I love that. Julie, she wrote serious like that. That's fantastic. I want to put that in my email. The first call was awesome. I'm having big shifts and new guides coming through. Oh, good, with the intuition awakening. Yeah, it was awesome. And I'm going to be repeating that myself all week, getting tuned into the temple, seeing what else comes through. So that's the fun thing about the way I create my courses, is you have them to repeat as often as you like. And the is, I know. I love you too, Brittany. Mwah. See you soon. Thank you, Sandra. All right, everybody, take care. Much love. Wow. I wish that we could have like a conversation next week, but it's going to go through like August 2nd, 3rd, but you know the energies linger. So let's see what happens. Let's stay on our path. Let's be positive and excited about this fact that we're in a massive change right now. Okay, bye-bye.